Well,
Cool.
speaking of Elon Musk, it brings us to our final segment. Elon Musk says, graduating from a college not needed. They're not for learning. Musk, the CEO of SpaceX, also said he's going to be dead before people get to Mars based on past trends. That bums me out. I wonder if I'll still be alive.
Did he really say that? No.
Yeah. He said they're not moving fast enough. Here, you want to read this?
Let's see. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, said that graduating from college is not needed and that colleges and universities are not for learning. Mm-hmm.
He's right.
He's right. You don't need college to learn stuff, okay? Musk said to Satellite 2020 conference in Washington on Monday, everything is available basically for free. You can learn anything you want for free. It's not a question of learning. There is a value that colleges have, which is like seeing whether somebody is or can somebody work hard at something, including a bunch of sort of annoying homework assignments and still do their homework assignments and kind of soldier through and get it done, ? Oh, okay. He's kind of complaining about, I guess.
He's saying what we've basically said in our past segments.
Yeah.
But hearing it from him
exactly.
now.
Yeah. College is just for these rich people to make more money.
It's for stupid kids to take out massive
people
loans.
Into getting hooked into paying money for who knows how long.
Oh, he gets brutal on it, man.
All right, let's see. That's like the main value of college. And then you also probably want to hang around with other people your own age for a while instead of going right into the workforce. So I think colleges are basically for fun and to prove that you can do your chores.
Oof.
But they're not for learning. Dang, it's true.
He's right.
It's so true. People just go there and party. They get all this money from their loans and they don't spend it on
because they don't value the money.
Save it.
Let me tell you a lesson real quick.
Yeah, they don't value it. That's true. Exactly.
You know what the first thing they tell you when you're slinging CDs? You play music.
Mm-hmm.
You record your own music. The one thing you never do is give it away for free. You know why? You'll see people on the street. They'll be handing out CDs. They always charge because people who get handed something for free don't value it.
Correct.
So what happens
Very
when you get
true.
a kid? No, probably never worked. These kids might have a summer job at some point.
Mm-hmm.
They go to college before ever working, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, we're going to give you 40 grand. You got to pay us back." And they're like, "I have 40 grand. Awesome."
Yep. I'm going to deck out my room with all this cool stuff.
Not even that. The people I knew went to the bar.
Yeah,
they're like,
true.
"I'm going to set aside money to go to the bar." It's like you got to pay that money back with interest. You know that, right?
Every single friend of mine that went to college that I went to visit to, like we went to different dorm rooms. They showed me around. Each dorm room I've ever been into had a liquor cabinet that was stocked.
Yep.
Like
it's not like liquor's expensive.
4 or 5 bottles of liquor full, but the big, huge bottles, it isn't expensive unless they're drinking it every single day. And
It's a party,
through,
man.
They're going through. Exactly.
It's a waste
party.
of time.
He's right.
So here's why I love this article.
Go learn anything on your own.
So this is an article from Just the News. I guess this is John Solomon's thing, isn't it? Is that?
Just the News?
Yeah.
I think so.
So here, you know why I like this article? Because I can tell people all day and night, college is a waste of time.
True.
For most people, it's a waste of time. And you know what they do? Well, you're the exception, Tim, not the rule. You know, most people need to go to college so they can get a job. And I'm like, bro, if Elon Musk is going to say it to your face.
Yeah.
Like, how many people need to say it to you until you get it through your head that you need skills? Going to school college for most things is a waste of time.
Yeah.
Especially today when knowledge is free.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
look
what
at this. Look at this thing here. See this? Can I get a
Yeah,
look at?
sorry
See,
about
look.
that.
This is a phone. It has everything on it. I
There's-
can access anything that we can access at any library, anything, all the stuff. I can learn everything on this little device.
You know my favorite one
It's
of
amazing.
my favorite jokes
I
is
know
though.
this meme. I love this meme.
One of my favorite jokes is there was a post on Reddit and they said if you can go back in time 100 years and tell someone something that would shock them, what would you say? And one of the top comments was, I hold in my hand a device which grants me access to the summation of human knowledge.
Yep.
I use it to look at pictures of cats and argue with strangers.
Yeah.
That's what we
That's
do.
exactly
It's
what
hilarious.
happens.
There's actually sidestep. There's a story today from the Daily Mail that videos of cats are up 40 million views or something over the past year
Whoa.
because people
Why?
are playing videos. It's videos for cats.
4 cats
For cats
to watch.
to watch,
Yep.
like birds doing bird stuff, and like you play it and you put it in front of your cat. But hold on. This is in theme with the segment we're doing. Do you have any idea how much money these people are making?
The ads or the
They
ads
put
in
a
that?
they put a camera. Yeah, they put a camera outside, and they put on a little mount, and they put seeds in front of it, and they just leave it there. And they come back later in the day, and they take the camera, and sure enough, there's a bunch of birds chirping and a bunch of squirrels nibbling on nuts, and they upload it, and it's a 2-hour long video, and they're gonna put default ads in it, and they're gonna make thousands of dollars off that.
Why do we not do that?
Yeah, what are we waiting for?
No. My
We
question
got
is,
really cool birds out there, man.
and the people who are doing it probably have a degree they will never use.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh,
And they're
yikes.
making all this money.
or half of them don't have a degree and they're still making all that money.
I'd be willing to bet it's a lot of people with no degrees because,
And the people that I know that got degrees don't have jobs in their degrees.
Yeah.
right?
They have good jobs. They make good money. They have like their dream jobs, and it had nothing to do with what they went to school for.
You know, my favorite thing is though, like the people that I tend to work with, like I'll hire or contract out,
Okay.
no college degrees, and they're better at it. But one thing I really love, because I'll gloat on this, it's like I've heard from friends that I've like hired for contract jobs, like, hey, we're gonna do a film. Like when I worked for like, you know, the other media companies I worked for,
Yeah.
and then they get to brag about how like, oh, my friends went to college, are really angry, I got this big, you know, this deal, and it's like they argue it's because you have connections and all this other excuses, and I'm like, if
Life
they
is
were
about connections.
if they were good at video production, producing, story writing,
Yeah.
I'd have hired them.
Exactly.
And they wasted their time going to school while the people I hire were working.
Right. Gaining
So,
that real experience.
If you're somebody who at 18 went out and filmed and edited skate videos, you will be a better video editor
Yep.
than someone who went to school for it.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine.
I mean,
in New York,
typically.
nonstop making videos, nonstop, and they went from being like this random crazy videos to now he makes so many, and like now they're really starting to come around. He's writing these screenplays. He's nonstop, and you know he's got it good. He's got his parents kind of pay for stuff, but he's nonstop, and I know a lot of people that kind of give him, you know, SHIT for it, and he's just like, no, I'm gonna do this, and he's getting better, and dude, he's gonna make like A-list movies one day. I'm fairly certain. He didn't go to college, you know. He's just
It's not even it's not to say that if you go to
going at it, doing it nonstop.
it's not to say that if you go to college you can't become good.
No, that's true. I mean, I
it's
know
that-
people that did go to school for business and now they're running businesses. So it's like, all right, there is the few times where it does make sense.
You're going to spend 4 years dragging behind people who spend 4 years. Like, so let's say you want to be a video editor.
Okay.
And I say that because that's what I know. Like, you know, one of the best things I know. So I'm going to go to school for it, take out loans for it. Where do you think you're going to be 4 years later when your other buddy just started making short films, putting them on YouTube? Dude, after 4 years of working every day and producing videos as often as you can, you're very likely to have a good following on YouTube.
True.
You're very likely to have a couple maybe successes, but more importantly, you'll have a reel. You'll have a production reel. You'll have something in your resume and portfolio to be like, here's the stuff I've done over the 4 years. You'll work with your friends. You'll make real things. And I tell you what, I haven't even been doing YouTube for 4 years full time, and I've made it work. And if you go to school instead, you're going to be behind the curve and in debt. And now you get Musk saying it. But here, there's some other stuff I want to read what he brings up.
Well, he says right here, he said, Musk dropped out of doctorate program at Stanford in 95, then named a bunch of successful individuals who didn't finish college.
Yeah, he said Gates.
So he didn't even finish.
Bill Gates, he says he's a smart guy, he dropped out, referring to Microsoft. Jobs was pretty smart, he dropped out. Larry Ellison, smart guy, he dropped out. Obviously not needed. So did Shakespeare even go to college? Probably not.
Yeah.
Musk told the audience that he wants to see humans go to Mars before he dies, but that's what will happen. I hope I'm not dead by the time people go to Mars. That'd be a great, great outcome. I think I might be, you know, if we don't improve our pace of progress, I'm definitely, you know, going to be dead before we go to Mars.
That's sad.
So if it's taking us 18 years just to get ready to be the first people to orbit, we better improve our rate of innovation, or, you know, based on past trends, I am definitely going to be dead before Mars. So we've got to improve our pace of innovation. So anyway, the Mars thing is interesting too.
Well, I mean, if it stays in the private sector and he goes there himself, that makes more sense. But I don't think he can. I don't think SpaceX is big enough for that.
I think the Mars thing is an aside, you know, to keep it on point. He brings up all of these people who have succeeded, and he keeps saying, but he brings up the most important part. Did Shakespeare go to college? How many people that we look to in history that we think were great people had no formal educations? A lot.
My favorite
a lot.
author never went to school. He never graduated high school.
Boom, there you go.
Yeah.
Boom.
And so we look back at these historical figures and we're like, we must go to school to be great. And it's like, dude, nobody from history, this school didn't even exist.
Yeah.
How did these people become great? School is the trick, man.
They became great by persistence at the thing they were good at.
Oh, no, they became good from the persistence. It was the
True.
perseverance that brought them
Well,
where
it was
they
a
needed to be.
combo. Well, some people were naturally gifted, but like, you know, it's the persistence that makes it shine over everyone else. That's also good.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's all that it really comes down to is if you spend time in the real world actually doing something, you are going to be infinitely more valuable than someone who goes to school for it.
Yep.
And it's a tendency. Not they say it's the exception that if you drop out of school, like they say, these people like Jobs, Gates, et cetera. Well, those are the exception, not the rule. The rule is you have to go to school, otherwise you don't succeed. That's not the case. It's the other way around.
Yeah, it feels the other way around. You're right. Exactly.
The people who drop out end up succeeding. And what happens is they look to like high school rates and they're like, but look, the average person who dropped out of high school, fails and they don't make any money. It's like, no. You're conflating a lack of perseverance and commitment with dropping out. You can drop out because you have drive and you say, this is wasting my time and it's in my way. Get out of my way.
Yeah.
But you're looking at the people who are like, I don't know.
I don't care.
I don't know.
I don't care to further myself.
Right.
And that's the thing. That's why they drop out.
And so you have the issue of if you know what you want to do and you want to do it, drop out.
Yep.
If you don't know what you want to do and you have no idea where you're going, don't go to college because then you're going to be in debt and clueless.
And still not know what you want to do.
Still not gonna know what you want to do.
But you know what I tell people?
Exactly.
I ask them this. Like a bunch of my friends ask me, like when they say like, I don't know what I want to do. And I'll say, what were you doing when you were 13? What were you doing when you were 13?
I was living in the same area, probably with a stack of magic cards, sitting at the, school table playing with my buddies. I had no idea what I wanted to do though.
So
no idea.
When
I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up.
Well, you're more than grown up.
Hey,
whoa.
You said your birthday.
perspective.
No, but here's what I tell people: like, you've got to think about what you were doing in a young age and find something in that space because you're more likely to find your passion in what you used to do. So
I should start a game company. I like this.
Right?
I like this plan. Maybe I already have.
And so I was basically doing very much the same things I've always ever done, but it's always been a bit random.
Making YouTube videos?
I was making skate videos.
That counts.
Right. And I was doing video editing and I was doing internet stuff. I was reading online.
Yeah.
I used to go online and read my entire life. It's all I did because we had the internet. And I would go online. I would go in chat rooms. I would go to websites. I would read. I had my own GeoCities website. I was on social media. I used to I started making Flash games and Flash animations.
Cool.
And then I started doing skate videos. And all of that has become a peripheral to what I actually do.
Yeah, that's true.
Reading news online, going on social media, and making videos. It's literally what I was doing when I was...
That's funny. When I was 13, I was hanging out with my friends and playing video games. And that I still feel like that's what my life is now.
Right.
Because I'm hanging out with my friend. I get to chat about random stuff.
Well, so here's
great.
So here's what I tell people, though. Mm-hmm. Like, I was thinking about professional athletes. Like, well, they've been playing baseball since they were little kids.
True.
They love playing baseball.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to my friend, and I was like, she was saying she didn't know what she wanted to do. And I said, what were you doing when you're 13? She was like, just hanging out with my friends all day and, like, watching TV. And I was like, how would you love to own your own bar? And she was like, oh, that would be amazing. I'm like, exactly. I'm not saying sitting around doing nothing with your friends is a good thing, but you can create something that's valuable to other people and can fit that thing that you were doing. So for me, I was being productive and I'm doing very much the same thing I was doing when I was little. Mm-hmm. But if you just want to sit around, hang out with your buddies and watch TV, open a bar or work at a bar.
A sports bar.
It's always sunny, baby.
You're going to be hanging out with your locals, talking about, whatever. Mm-hmm. TV's on. There's going to be snacks and drinks. And that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So that's the secret. Sense. But if you think going to school and being a drone, because that's basically what he says, it proves that you're good at doing your chores, and that's going to create value for a business, you are sorely mistaken.
It feels like it's not creating leaders; it's creating more sheeple. Following the curve, following the path.
Why would a company want to hire that?
Exactly. That's why Elon's like, why do that? We need leaders that are innovating, not people that just follow what they're told. That's not going to progress humanity.
Yep, but college was a great scam with predatory lending practices, massive student debt, and a bunch of young people who are now so desperate they feel the only answer is to have the government do it for them.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
True that.
Anyway, I'll leave with my final advice.
Uh-oh.
If you're a young person and you don't know what you want to do, the last thing you should do is go to college. Because then you're going to be 4 years later not knowing what you want to do and in debt.
Yep. And
then you're going to have no choice. And you're going to be like, well, I better go work at Starbucks, otherwise I can't pay off my loans. Mm-hmm. And then you'll never get to do anything fun. Thanks for checking out this segment from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show every Monday through Friday at 8 p.m., sometimes an hour or two. And we do have a full live recorded version of the show that includes a lot of comments and smaller segments you probably don't see. If you want to check that out, you can watch live at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday or become a member of this channel. And for $5 a month, you get full access to all of the recorded podcasts Every day after the show, we make them available in the community section of this YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe and stick around for more segments and more shows Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you all in the next show.